that was a really cool experience too. We always talked about the role of women in Kenyan's patriarchal society and how they have to do the cooking and the cleaning and take care of the kids. So instead of going on safari the first day, Lizanne and I decided to go to Wycliffe's parents' house to learn more from just experience being a Kenyan woman. And it was literally the best day of my life. We, again, as always, were so welcomed when we first got there, immediately served an overflowing cup of tea that just kept being filled every time we had a sip. And they were like, "You're welcome anytime, here, take more tea." And then we saw the whole plot of their land, which was a lot bigger than I expected. On the way back, we were like, dang, we walked this far. But we saw each individual cow and their whole background story, who it belonged to, who it was going to belong to. Because of the dowry system, Stacy's parents have a couple of cows, Babu John and Babio Susie. They have cows there. We saw those. We heard the whole story 5 times about that. And then we saw the inside of the kitchen, which was really, really cool. They cook on open flame, like mud stove. And we got the opportunity to cook on those. We made ugali and kind of helped with beef stew, rice, and a bunch of other stuff we ate. The food here is so amazing. But the next thing we did was like rub ashes inside this gourd for milk. Supposedly it cures malaria and typhoid, so there's really no need for vaccinations or anti-malarials, so that was a good $300 wasted because we drank the milk. I'm not really sure how accurate that is, but you know what? I believed it. Had to work for them. Then after that, we made chapati, which is like a tortilla, but just 50 times better. And Wycliffe's brother helped us with that. He probably laughed 90% of the time at us because we were complete fools. And him and the women in the kitchen, mud hut kitchen thing, they kept asking us, like, do you know how to make chapati? Do you know how to stir ugali? Do you know how to do this? Do you know that? And then they laughed so hard when we told them we didn't. Like, we pop everything in a microwave and press go, wait 30 seconds and it's ready. So that was really cool. Then we had to fetch the water. That was quite an experience. Going down, we were like skipping with empty buckets, so excited, like, yay, we get to fetch the water, because we'd been looking forward to it all week long. And then when we get down to the well, we're still all excited. They're about to they put like a band through the handle and then up over your head, and then you walk with it on your back. And Canada got hers bucket first. And I wasn't really paying attention, but the band went over her head, and she's like, oh, oh, ow, ow, ow. And like, in so much pain. Flies are flying everywhere. She's freaking out, flying her hands around everywhere. And then she finally got it adjusted because you're supposed to put it like over your head like a headband. And she went off walking. And then it was my turn next, and I got it okay because one of the neighbor ladies helped me. And so I'm walking up the hill, and I'm thinking I'm doing so good carrying this water, like, oh, look at me. And then 2 seconds later, the neighbor lady who helped herself with the bucket over her head is already caught up to me. And she's like, kind of like trying to figure out how to get around me. And I felt like such a fool, like thinking I was so strong for carrying this water. And this tiny little lady who's probably at least 20 years older than me was passing me. But I'm so glad we did that because we got to experience what they do. I think they said 5 times a day, every single day. So that was really cool. And then at the end of the day, after we watched dishes, which was another fiasco all in itself, they did this ceremony and they started clapping and singing and chanting. And they brought each individual person up by their hand and gave them a present. And it was so incredible to me that, first of all, they welcomed us into our house when we were just 2 white girls. They didn't even know. And then second off, instead of us giving them something, they were so happy to give us something. Every 2 seconds, Wycliffe's father was like, I'm so happy, go back to the United States, tell your families we send our greetings. I'm so happy you're here, I'm so happy. May God bless you for getting here safely. God bless you for being here. We're so happy to meet you, like over and over and over and over again. But he said everything in Swahili, or whatever their tribal tongue is. I'm not really sure if there's a difference, but Wycliffe translated everything. And so they went back and forth, and that was really cool, so that he got the chance to communicate with us to an extent in his own language, but yet we still understood it thanks to Wycliffe. But Ken and I got these wraps, which are so cool. It's going to probably be my favorite thing for the rest of my life, and I'll probably tell my kids about it and everything because it was such an amazing experience. And I think that is something that most people don't really get. They come to Africa for tourism or to see the Masai Mara, or, I don't know, just to see all of the beautiful land, but no one probably gets a chance to be a Kenyan woman for a day. And although it was kind of half a Kenyan woman, I'm really, 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 really glad that I got that experience. And it just taught me so much about how you can be so welcoming and so kind to people and be so giving when you don't have anything at all, which was really amazing.
So being a woman in Kenya is not an easy task. They have to do most of the labor. They have to get the firewood, get the water, cook the food, build the houses.
Exactly, you know, what is this for, the milk you said?
Yeah, with the milk in it. Then it makes the milk have that flavor, like it's a traditional kind of.
Is this the milk they
It's
put in
a
the
special
tea?
tree. You only use one kind of tree. No, it's not for tea. It's just to drink milk.
So when Julianne and I had the chance to go and get the water, which was all the way down the hill, which was even lucky for us because usually women have to walk like 5 to 6 kilometers to get water and sometimes make 5 trips a day. So when we got down there to the well, you know, putting it on was a struggle, and I thought I was strong enough, you know, but at first it kind of like jerked me back and I just almost fell over. But afterwards, you know, we got it, went up the hill. I mean, the Kenyan woman that came with us basically beat us all the way to the top, and we went before her.
Are we going? Just so that it keeps it. So bendo, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, that's exactly how you do it.
I can't see, but I got it.
Wait, are we going through the opening or over the barbed wire?
We'll go through the opening.
Tell me. Ah! Okay, wait.
Just follow the path for now till you get to the fence, then you can rest if you want.
No, I don't want to take it down because then I can't get it out.
Oh, we had it. We can hear you. Nope, no, that was, she had that one. No, she has one. She has one, but maybe that's the white one is for that. No.
We made it to the top and we felt so accomplished, and they were so happy for us that we could experience that. And I mean, it was just all fun, all joy. Everybody was just happy. But just to go through one of those little things they do, that's just like 1/12 of what they do every day. And we were already exhausted going up a hill for not even a quarter of a mile. So it just makes you really appreciate what you have back at home in America or Canada, and makes you see how lucky you really are to live the way you do.